Hello, my name is Quezada, and this is my Buhi social media marketing presentation. The first thing I want to go over are the CMO goals that I received for Buhi. And the first goal is to spend budget wisely and aggressively. The budget I was given was $5,000 and I was asked to spend all of it and to also be wise on spending it and separated the budget for paid posts, organic posts, and posts with influencers. The second goal that I was asked to do or to accomplish was to increase brand awareness. By increasing brand awareness, I could increase sales with potential customers and customers as well. And I can also increase the name for Buhi, make it well known for other people as well. The third goal that I was given was to increase engagement. By increasing engagement, I could increase brand awareness and sales as well. And I could also increase the relationship Buhi has with customers and potential customers. The fourth goal that I received was to increase sales. By increasing sales, I can increase the revenue for Buhi. And the last goal I received was to rank higher than others. This meant to rank higher than my peers in the simulation. The goals I created for myself was first to increase brand awareness. The second was to post regularly. This meant to post in all social medias every day. The third goal that I created was to create an efficient posting schedule. Once I understood the days that were most used by users on social media, I would create a posting schedule when the days I should post and the times. And the fourth goal I created for myself was to create a head start for Pinterest and TikTok. Most companies, from the data I received, do not use Pinterest and TikTok. And I believe that creating an account and posting regularly in Pinterest and TikTok, I could create a head start for Buhi and increase brand awareness as well and sales. My fifth goal was to increase sales, which meant increasing revenue for Buhi. My sixth goal was to increase engagement, so I could increase sales of brand awareness and make the relationship between customers stronger. My sixth goal was to increase engagement. My seventh goal was to create an aesthetic theme for all social media accounts. I wanted to create an aesthetics theme because when I use social media, I love to look at companies' accounts that have an aesthetic theme, and it will also, and I believe that it can increase engagement and brand awareness. And my last goal is to understand user preference. This meant that my goal was to understand the content that the user preferred and the days they prefer to use the social media accounts and the times as well. From my marketing plan, I want to talk about the target audience. The target audience for Buhi on social media are female students and workers. I believe this is our target market because for most social media accounts, females are the highest percentage for all of them. And also, I believe that the age is between 20 to 44 years old because 20 to 44 years old are the age that are the most used those social media accounts. And also that age is for students and workers as well. And I also believe that the target audience, female students and workers, aged between 20 to 44 years old, would like to see content that are about outdoor activities like hiking, traveling, and fashion. Another thing I want to talk about the marketing plan is the channel distribution. I believe that I should focus on these three channels: Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, because those are the top three channels for Buhi. The first channel that should focus most for organic posts, paid posts, and influencers is Instagram, since it is the social media account for Buhi that gives the most revenue, engagement, and brand awareness. The second account I want to focus the most on as well is Facebook, because it's the second most account that gives the most revenue, engagement, and brand awareness. And the third one is TikTok. because it's the third one that gives the most revenue, engagement, and brand awareness from all the other accounts as well. The thing I want to talk about next is SWOT analysis. Buhi's strengths are the planning ability, understanding of data and customers, and ability to apply information gathered from data. I believe these are the strengths for Buhi because those are my strengths when I was doing the simulation. That what my strengths were: planning the schedule post for Buhi and understanding the data I received from the post and the information I received from Buhi, and being able to apply the information I gathered into the future posts for future rounds. I was able to see these are my strengths from the growth from round 1 to round 12. I saw that as I learned and understood the information that I received from customers, which were what days they like to see content on those social media accounts and times as well, and what type of content they liked. And with that information, I was able to plan a scheduled post and then post those posts on those social media accounts. My weaknesses were working with influencers and writing interesting captions. I had a very hard time working with influencers. I believe that was my lowest round from all 12 rounds. And writing interesting captions, I mean, like asking interesting questions that would increase engagement. Opportunities I saw for Buhi are the social media features available on for those social medias and the themes. I believe these were opportunities because these were the strengths for Herschel, which is the threat for Buhi, which is the competition. Herschel was very good at creating themes and using the social media features to their advantage. One of the features that they used for Instagram was to hide old content and let new content be in the account. That way users could focus on the new content rather than the old content. And I thought that was a great opportunity for Buhi to use as well. The simulation strategy that I used for the rounds was first to understand the preferred content. So for round 1, I would post content of all types of, I would put posts of all types of content. So I would make a post for hiking, sales, fashion, and traveling. And then I would see which content had the most liked, engagement, and shares as well. After I understood the preferred content, for the next round, I will understand what was the best time and day. I only used round 2 to understand the best time and day for all social media accounts. And I did that by posting on days I believe will be the best time and day, and then understand if they were actually the best or were not. And then I would post again on the next round to see if my data is correct or if I should. And I also tried to post on different days and time. The next thing I did was to create a posting schedule per platform. So I would, since I understood the content that they like and the best time and day that they would like to see content, I created, let me show you. I created a schedule, or I wrote it down in my book, and I understood that here is all mixed up. And I understood the days that they like to see on Instagram, the days they like to see on Facebook, the days they like to see on TikTok, Twitter, Pinterest, etc. And the days that they'll use the most, more than one time, which I will be explaining later on in the presentation. And after that, I will apply the data. So then applying the data means I will post on those days, on those times, and those type of content. Here I will be talking about the posting schedule that I created. The first, I will be talking about the channel, the content, and the budget. So the channel I focused the most on was Instagram. I focused on Instagram the most because, once again, it gave me the highest revenue, and it was also the most used social media account by my target audience, which were females, student females and workers aged between 20 to 44 that like to see content about hiking, travels, and fashion. So on Instagram, my post schedule for organic posts were Monday to Sunday at 11 a.m. And I will post more times on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Friday at 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I will post 3 times a day. And on Monday, Saturday, Sunday, I will only post 1 time, which is at 11 a.m. And I will also post at most 7 paid posts for Instagram. Sometimes I will post 6 or 5, but at most, or the one that I wanted to post the most regularly, were 7 times for paid post. And for the type of content I would post on Instagram are traveling content, hiking content, and sales content. And on the captions for traveling, hiking, and sales, I would use quotes or interesting questions and hashtags. I would definitely use for all of my Instagram posts hashtags. It was one of the best strategies for Instagram. I would not post on Instagram families content. It was not as popular as Facebook, which I will be showing next. And so, but I will focus on those type of content, and I will also focus on posting friendship content. So like friends hanging out or friends hiking or traveling together. Those were the most popular content. The budget for paid posts was between $200 and $230. I would use $200 to $230 for Instagram because once again, it was the social media account most used by my target audience. The next channel that I would focus on as well is Facebook. On Facebook, I would post every day, Monday to Sunday at 1 p.m. and post more times on Thursdays at 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. So 3 times on Thursdays, 1 time on every other day. And I will create at most 6 paid posts for Facebook. I use this schedule because it is the most efficient schedule for Facebook. It is when customers most use Facebook as well. And Facebook is the second highest social media for booking, which is why I would focus on Facebook after Instagram. The type of content that I would post on Facebook are especially family content. So any content about families hiking or family traveling, I would post on Facebook. I will also post hiking or outdoor activities like hiking, camping on Facebook as well. I will also post on sales, and I will post information about school, especially for mothers, since mothers were most active on Facebook. So I will post information about school bags or information about type of lunches that mothers could make for their children for school. The budget for paid posts was between $160 to $200. The budget is lower than Instagram because Facebook, when I used a higher budget, it did not work as efficient as I thought it would. So then I noticed that a budget between $160 to $200 per post, per paid post, worked much better on Facebook. The next thing I want to talk about is what I did to resolve the Taylor Swift crisis. The first thing I did was understand the situation. The next thing I did was to respond right away on all social media accounts about the allegation. So I will respond that the allegations are incorrect and they're false, and I will respond right away. So I would create like a letter of Buhi explaining that the allegations were false, and I will post it on the official social media accounts and the official website as well. And I will also post a link to the official website that brings customers to the official statement. The next thing, I would create a post schedule related to the crisis. So I would make posts of the first thing I would post first is the respond to allegations. I will deny it, of course, and then I will respond with how hurtful it is and how grateful we are that our customers are still our customers, and how we believe that we are treating our employees well. The next thing I will do is especially be honest at all times. You want to be honest and sincere with the customers. That way they don't think falsely about the company. Next, I would prove that the allegation is false, and I will prove that it was false through videos and statements from employees that they were being treated well in Buhi. And I will also try to find the solution, and the solution would be, which is the next step, would be to either find a video of the culprit and try to and put him to trial. And that is if I was able to find a culprit, and if not, I would just share a statement saying how grateful Buhi is to the customers that believe in them, and that we're trying our best to find who did such allegation. So now where I'm at the last slide, and I'm going to talk about the company's growth. The first thing I want to talk about the company's growth is that I started round 1 with total revenues of 4,920 and with a rank of 12th place. And looking at the difference from round 1 to round 12, which is the last round, there is an increase of almost $61,000 for total revenue, and an increase in rank to 6 places. So round 12, I got total revenue of $65,721.70, and I got rank 6. And I think this demonstrates how much the company has grown through the strategies that I have applied for the simulation. Overall, the whole round, Buhi gained a total revenue of $546,198.12, and I ranked top 5. And Buhi, I was first rank for the highest engagement, clicks, shares, and total followers. And I think this shows the company's growth, because I started at 0 and now I am top 5 for revenue overall with my peers, and top 1st for highest engagement, clicks, shares, and total followers overall of the rounds between my peers. And here I have accompanying files that you can check out to see my strategies or my progress with Buhi. I have the Buhi marketing plan, the Buhi measurement plan, Instagram strategy pitch, Facebook sales pitch, and the Buhi crisis measurements. And this is my presentation. Goodbye.